porn use and fidelity. How does porn disrupt your relationship? And why are you engaging in porn or infidelity? The idea of marriage and faithfulness and fidelity, especially after a long time, it's important as a lifestyle. And many people are choosing that lifestyle and have for a long time. Other people are choosing not to have that lifestyle. So I'm not endorsing one or the other, because I'd be lying if I told you that it didn't cross my mind how hard marriage is, and maybe a non-marriage lifestyle would actually be a lot easier. Now, we know that there's 3 stages to love. There's the lust phase at the beginning, where it's all sex and you can't stand being apart, and it is all roses and sunshine and unicorns. And that pull is more dopamine. But then once you start to have kind of a deeper attraction for each other, now you're moving not only from dopamine, but to lower levels of dopamine, and now more serotonin, joy, and happiness. And this might be after a couple months, this might be after a couple years, this might be after a decade. Or, it might be where it turned right on the wedding night. Hopefully not. But what you should be getting out of your more attached relationship, more attracted relationship, is a deeper love and intimacy that's not just built on physical chemistry. It's more the joy of life together. And what this might look like is you get to sit next to your person at night and give a side eye and burst into laughter for no reason. Hopefully that's what you have going on. That's what we have going on. Then you get to the 3rd phase of love, which is attachment or pair bonding. And it's very important evolutionarily, because we're stronger in families. That's why human beings are kind of pulled toward being in a family unit. We're stronger in pairs, we're stronger in families, we're stronger in tribes than we were if we were out by ourselves in the woods. These phases, they move from one to the other to the other. That's how it works. So you move through lust to attraction, but you should pull the lust forward. Then you move forward from attraction to attachment, and you pull the attraction and the lust forward with you. Now, if you can't do that, we need to think, if I was hiding consistent porn use, if I was hiding an extramarital affair, how that would weigh on my psyche, whether I knew it or not. The more self-awareness and the more emotionally mature you are, the more it will weigh on you. The less self-aware and the less mature, it might not even hit your nervous system. So the goal here is get quiet with yourself and think to yourself, what do you want? Does porn, does other relationship, infidelity, does it lead you toward what you want, or does it lead you away? And this really is an important conversation. I would contend porn never leads you to what you want. It's always a self-soothing mechanism. Most relationships are between 2 emotionally unhealthy people. They're toxic because an emotionally healthy person couldn't cheat on their partner. They would go have the conversation and they would not stay in the relationship. That's what an emotionally healthy person would do. So if you're with a person who could be with you knowing you're cheating, that person has to have some level of emotional immaturity. It just is what it is. Because if a person finds out you're married and they immediately won't talk to you anymore, that's an emotionally healthy person. They don't want to be in a trio because they know that's toxic dynamics and it's emotionally immature. So if you're in a relationship with a person who's waiting for you to leave, and I have a lot of experience with this, you're 2 emotionally unhealthy people. There's definitely room for you to grow, but you need to get quiet and think about, what do I really want? And then you focus back on your relationship and you think, okay, do I need to explore and resolve some issues within my relationship? We all do. Every last one of us in a relationship, and that's the point. But you have to have the gumption and the courage to go, can I talk to you about our sex life? Can I talk to you about how much time we spend together? Whatever the thing might be. Can I talk to you about how you micromanage me? And it shouldn't have blame or shame. It needs to be an emotionally healthy conversation. So you look for those conflicts and those things that are not resonating with you because of you, and that are not resonating with you because of the dynamics. So it's dynamical, not necessarily your partner. It's the dynamics that are set up, which of course then your partner has some contribution to. But here's the point. Start talking to your partner and figure out if staying in the relationship is the right thing for you. It's not for all people, and not that I would ever endorse that, but some people got into a relationship as a very emotionally unhealthy person. They're in the relationship with an emotionally unhealthy person, which means it stagnates. It can't move forward. It takes two to tango. So it's your opportunity moving into Valentine's Day here in the States to choose it. See why you're doing it. Look under the layers. It has to do with what we've talked about here today. Then start peeling the layers back. Figure out what you need. Figure out how to communicate it. Communicate your needs to your partner. And if you are in an extramarital affair and you decide it's not for you, that's when you have to have the courage to say, this isn't what I'm looking for. I want to double down on what I have going in my relationship. Start communicating with your partner and you start watering it. Man, is that thing gonna grow lush. Engaging in the difficult conversation is what you're practicing. Start small. It doesn't have to be about infidelity. It doesn't have to be about sex. Just start talking about something you wouldn't have talked about before. Start practicing with eye contact, compassion, and getting to be on the same page.